All right, hi guys, thank you for joining me today. If you're new here, I'm Tracy, welcome. I hope you enjoy the video and subscribe before you leave. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. Also, if you're returning, what do you think of this new setup and the lighting? I like it much better than at my vanity. So I'm planning to change my filming area to this. So if you guys have an opinion, let me know in the comments. But anyhow, I'm doing a Sephora sale recommendation. So I'm hopefully getting this up on the 4th. Those are airplanes. Sorry. Okay, so today's the 4th. Rouge gets the sale starting tomorrow, the 5th. VIBs on the 9th and Insiders on the 11th. And you guys are probably familiar, Rouge get 20, VIBs get 15, and Insiders get 10% off everything. So I am going to talk about, I'm going to mention in the beginning the products that I am going to be getting, and these are repurchases, and then I'm going to go over other products that I recommend. Most of the products that that I have on my face today, I try to use as many of them as I can. And if I didn't, I have some B-roll of me applying it to a friend of mine. So hopefully that helps you decide on what to get for the sale. I'm going to start off with the best product, and I've mentioned this in a previous video, but this is not an exaggeration. This is the best skincare product that I've ever used, and this is my second full bottle that I'm almost done with. I just started using this, I think this past winter, like February. So it's been about 8 months, almost 9 months. And so if you are like 40 and over, maybe 50, I think this is a great product if you have like loose skin. So for me, I use it right here. I like spot treat these lines and this area and my neck area because I get lines here. And I've noticed a very significant difference when I've been using that regularly, and when I don't use it, all that comes back. So skin around here on me will naturally start to sag and get kind of like jowl air, like jowls, I guess. That sounds so horrible, but it starts to kind of start looking like that. And these lines here are way more pronounced when I'm not using this product. And as long as I'm using this area does not start sagging, if that makes sense. It just looks so much better now that I've been using this. And it's an expensive product, yes, but you're getting a lot. You're getting, I'm sorry, I gotta say it, Peter Thomas Roth Peptide 21. So there's 21 signal peptides in here. And so every peptide has a different effect on your skin. And everyone's skin's different, so not everyone's skin is going to react the same way to a product. But I do feel like when you're using a product like this that has so many different peptides, the chances of it working for you are greater. So I cannot recommend this enough. I will probably buy this as long as I could afford it. And this is an expensive product, but I buy it when there's a sale, even when there's not a sale, because I cannot be without this, and I cannot stress how much of a difference that this has made on my skin. More than any other product that I've ever tried. I've tried a lot of things. This is the most effective. It also feels very nice. You can wear it under makeup. I just put it on at night, and I just put it on like this part of my face and my neck. And I could put it everywhere, but it just also my chin is now like smoother. It doesn't have those like crinkly, I usually get like little divots in my chin, and that doesn't happen anymore. So I really, I can't go without that. I'm definitely gonna pick one of those up during the sale. And then another product, and this is fairly new, but I'm comfortable saying that this is maybe my top 2 foundations of all time. It's the Giorgio Arma Luminous Silk. I bought this when they had their foundation sale, and My longtime favorite is the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. And this is a full coverage foundation. So this is like my favorite for the past, since it came out 3 or 4 years ago. But I would say this is a very close second. This is a medium coverage. You can get pretty close to a full coverage. I have a video comparing these two side by side, and they look pretty much identical. The big difference is I have to wear a little more of this because the coverage is a little lighter and the texture is more watery with the Armani, but they both wear beautifully. The shade match, so I wore 4.5 in the Armani, and this is a perfect match. The NARS I have in Santa Fe, it's a tad bit warm. It looks a tad bit like brown or orange when I put it on. So in that sense, I think this one makes more sense for me. It's more expensive, but I don't have to mix this with anything. That's what I'm wearing today. This one I have to usually mix in a lighter foundation, but they're both great. I'm gonna list everything below, and especially if you have, you know, spots and things that you need to conceal, both of those are amazing, and they look just so beautiful, so natural looking, not luminous, not matte, leaning matte. I know it says luminous and this says radiant. These are not radiant to me. They're not luminous to me. So they're leaning natural satin, and even sometimes this one looks matte on me, but I have kind of drier skin. But don't be fooled by the names. Unless you have very oily skin, I don't think these are gonna look luminous on you. So those are my 2 top foundation recommendations, and we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go to one of my longtime favorite concealers. That's the Shiseido Self Refreshing Concealer. Now I have a light shade. This is 201, and I'm wearing it under my eyes because I feel like this is really good for like brightening. I can't spot conceal because it's too light, but it's just, this is my second bottle. I'm getting close to being finished with it. I'm not gonna buy another one just because I have a few others that I'm testing out, but it's kind of luminous. It's not watery, but it's not heavy, but it leans more like a cream consistency, and it doesn't crease. That's what's really amazing about this, and it wears very long. I do have to set it though because it is shiny, but it's just a very solid concealer, and I love it. I will probably continue to have this. Now we're gonna go to the blushes, and the #1 blush of the past year has to be the Tower 28 Beach Please Cream Blush in Magic Hour. And I'm talking about this color. It's just such a flattering color. It goes well with so many different skin tones. I've used it on someone that had a lighter skin tone than me and someone that has a little bit of a deeper skin tone than me. Actually, I could put the B-roll in and show you guys what it looks like, but it's such a great consistency. It's not slippery, but it's not too matte. But when it dries, it is more on the matte side to me. It's not like the Patrick Ta ones, they stay shiny. These don't stay shiny, and they do kind of fade throughout the day, but not to the point where I don't want to wear it. It's just, this color is just such like a magical color. It's so flattering, and I think almost any kind of skin tone could wear it. I'm not sure about like a deep skin tone, but if you're very tan, I think this will look beautiful. And I think if you're very fair, this one will also work. It's just such a universally flattering shade. I can't talk about this enough. And I know Michelle Wong likes this, so. Okay, now we're gonna go to powders. And this has been my go-to powder since I got this. This brand launched at Sephora, I think in the spring, in March or April, and that's the LYS powders. I have it in Brilliance and Resilience. So everyone talks about the Resilience translucent powder, and I do really like this. In fact, I might buy another one because I've like seriously hit pan here, but I do really like the banana color. And if you're my skin tone, or maybe to like a tan skin tone, this is really good for under the eyes. I feel like the color kind of like camouflages any kind of darkness, because I do have darkness under here, and it's very smoothing. And the one of the really wonderful things that I appreciate about this brand is it's a clean beauty brand and it's not expensive. So with the 20% off, you're talking about like drugstore pricing. I believe full prices is $16, so you're looking at paying like $13 or $14, or yeah, $13 for a super high quality clean powder, and it's talc free. That's what I look for in a powder, and normally I end up spending a lot for a talc free powder that works, but with this one you get the best of both worlds. It's inexpensive and it's a clean beauty brand. All right, now I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna go to another blush. I should have mentioned this earlier, but it's the Huda Beauty Glowish blush in Berry Juicy number 3. And I did not think I was gonna keep this or like it, because if you look in the pan, it's super bright, and I was like, oh, this is not gonna work for me. But it's such a beautiful blush. In fact, I could put some on now. I think I have B-roll of me applying it to Lucy, but let me just put like a little bit. It's not super, it is pigmented, but it doesn't go on super strong. Like you could build it up. So if you're like my skin tone or lighter, maybe to like a light skin tone, I think this will work for you. And if you have even like tan to deep skin tones, I think you could make this work. But it's such a beautiful color for fall, and again, talc free, made in Italy, super high quality. And if you're familiar with the bronzer, the Glowish bronzer, this doesn't feel like this. This is more silky and powdery, whereas that one is more like putty feeling. It kind of feels a little bit like a cream, the bronzer, but this one is more like a straight powder, and I can't tell if it's baked. It doesn't feel baked. It feels like a pressed powder. And it does, to me, come out matte. It's called a Glowish product, but to me this is straight matte. I don't see any shimmer or any luminosity. But I really enjoy this. It's fairly new, but I have been wearing this pretty regularly. This is a recommendation from Tati, and she's been using this for a long time. She's recommended this product so many times, and I finally got it. That's the Tarte Smoothing Primer. And so if you have very dry skin, this might not work for you, because it is kind of a dry, silicone-y, primer. But what I really like this for is if I have to wear a mask for a decent amount of time. And I did this when I got my hair done the last time. I had to wear a mask. It was hot, and I figured my foundation would be all messed up. But because I had this underneath, it looked just fine. It was amazing. So this really, it smooths out any pores. So I use it just in this area where I have larger pores, and it fills those, little divots in, and it makes your foundation last so much longer. So perfect if you have to wear a mask and you want to still look good when you take it off. I really do like this for that purpose. If I didn't have to wear a mask, I don't think I would be wearing this very often, only if I needed something to last like a very long time. All right, so now I'm going to go to a palette, and this is the only eyeshadow palette I'm going to talk about. I'm not going to go into too much of it because I did a tutorial on this and I've mentioned it in the favorites before. That's the Natasha Mini Zendo palette, and it's what I'm wearing today. And I feel like of my palettes, this is one of my all-time favorite, most reached for palette. And I wear all of these colors. I start off with this light color, then I deepen out the outer part and the crease with this. I deepen out the lower lash line and the outer part with this color. and I used both of these shimmers. And this is a really, really reflective color that I put like in the inner part to kind of brighten this area up. And this color is more subtle, but it leaves like a light veil of sparkle that I really appreciate. I know a lot of other people that reviewed it said they didn't like this color, and I understand because it's not super vibrant the way her other shimmers are. See, it's not like super reflective, like, you know, like this one. The lighting's not very good, but both of these shimmers I really do like. Actually, all of these shades I like, and that's very rare for me to use all shades, all 5 shades in a palette. Usually there's like 2 or 3 that I reach for, but this is just such a useful palette, and I think it's very versatile. If you have fair skin, you can make this work, and if you have very tan skin, this actually looks really, really great. It's a very good fall appropriate palette, fall and winter, I think, and I just absolutely love this palette. Okay, and on the Natasha Denona train, I want to mention her lip liner. I Need a Nude lip liners. I have the shade Alona and Julia. So those 2 shades are very similar. So if you have one, don't get the other one. But these 2 shades, I got it on as a recommendation from Patty Alonso, and she said it's kind of like the Iconic Nude by Charlotte Tilbury, and I don't know, I didn't love it at first. I thought it was a little too cool toned and too gray, but what I do is I put it on underneath like a pinkish or mauve lipstick, and I really like how it kind of comes through, and I feel like it keeps your lipstick on a little longer, and it's really good at defining and making your lip line a little bigger because it's not bright. It's a very natural nude color. I guess that's what it's meant to be, but the Natasha Denona lip liner formula, I might get another color. I'm not sure which one, but I just really love the formula. It's long lasting, but it doesn't dry your lips out and stick till like the next day. It does come off when you wipe it off, but it doesn't come off easily. So it's kind of like right in between. One more product, and I saved one of the best for last, and that is the Dior Luminizer. And I have 2. I have Rosewood Glow and Coral Glow. And I'm really not a big highlighter person, but this Rosewood Glow is the first one I got, and it's just this formula is just so flattering. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. It smooths your skin out. It doesn't make your skin look like it has more texture. It's right here. And the Rosewood Glow, it kind of reflects more like a gold. It has more of a gold silver reflect. It doesn't really look pink to me, but the Coral Glow does translate a little more pink on the skin. It looks very bright in the pan, but when you put it on, it's not. So it's just like a little pink. It's not like a beaming highlight. It's, to me, a more natural look, but it definitely looks like a highlighter. And I don't know, something about this formula is just so beautiful. Everything to the packaging. It's got this like quilted packaging to the scent. It's just the experience of using this highlighter is just so luxurious, and I think that is part of why I reach for it so much. But the product itself is amazing as well. So I cannot tell you enough about how wonderful these are. They have 6 shades total, and I've heard a lot of good things about their other shades. I'm not going to get the other shades. I picked these 2 because I felt they were most unique and not like anything else that I have, like the gold and silvers. And I'm really glad I have these 2 because they're just so easy to wear. Even though they have a little pink in them, you can wear it in the center of your face and it looks just fine. And it's my all-time favorite highlighter pretty much. Okay, now one last thing, it's a fragrance recommendation, and it's a Jo Malone fragrance. I've had this, I would say I got this from Selfridges, but you do get a better discount during the VIB sale if you're a Rouge, and that's the Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay. I have a couple of her other scents, but this is my favorite. And I just sprayed it on my face. I know, sprayed it on my mouth. What was I thinking? To me, it's a very fresh green scent, not floral, more of like a mossy, fresh grass scent. I know that it might not sound very good, but it is such an amazing, unique, clean smell. Almost like you just came out of the shower after using a very fragranced body wash. You know, it smells very clean. It doesn't smell like a perfume. I think it's more of a spring summer scent, but when I watch another review or read something on it, people describe it as an autumn scent. I don't understand that, but there's a good chance if you smelled it, you would feel the same way. To me, it's more of a summer, spring scent. But I wear it, I'm going to continue to wear it. It's a perfect office scent. So if you're going into the office, you don't want to smell like you're wearing a ton of perfume. You just want to smell fresh and clean. That's just the perfect scent. It's more feminine. I would say not unisex. I would definitely say it's a feminine scent. So if you're going to get it as a gift, yeah, stick to a female. But I don't know. It's just such a great, unique, but easy to wear fragrance, and I love it. I don't think I'm gonna get another one just because I have a couple of other ones. I don't think I'm gonna get another one yet, but if I did run out of this, I would repurchase this. This is one that I will always have. Okay, and I think that does it. Oh, one more thing. I can't believe I forgot this. The Danessa Myri Power Bronzer. I use this as a contour. I have the shade Light, which is almost too light for me. So I'm gonna swatch this. I'm wearing it today. I'll put it right here. So for me, it's a perfect contour shade. It's a little light, but I like a barely there bronzer or contour. I don't like that really strong contoured or bronzed look. So that's why I like this shade. I might get the medium. Actually, there's a very good chance I'll get the medium shade during the sale, but I've been using this non-stop since I got it, and I got this maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I have not hit pan yet, and what I really love about this product is that I can put my brush in here. Unlike a stick, you have to kind of do this or put it on something and then pick it up with a brush. I love that you can put your brush right in here. I've swatched this many times and it just seems to be going forever. So I don't need to get another light shade. If anything, I'll get the medium, but the texture of this it's like a mix between a putty and butter, and you get a lot of time to work with it, but when it dries matte. It's not luminous at all, and for me it's just my skin tone but a shade or two darker, and that's why I love this product so much. It just happens to complement my skin tone so well, and it's almost impossible for me to mess it up. I can put a ton of this on. It won't look like I have a lot of makeup on. If I put just a little bit, it just gives me a subtle contoured look. And I really do love this. Of all my bronzers, all my cream bronzers, I reach for this one the most. And I hope they never discontinue this product. I'll be very, very upset if they did. And I really, really love this product. This is the only Danessa Myri product I have. Okay, so all right, that's it. Oh, I hope this didn't go too long, but that's all I have for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.